Welcome back. Let's read some more. I'm freezing a little bit. I like to read about Denver Airport. I have a lot of aircraft I need to read about. This airport is super large. I defined it on Flight Radar. It is super large.
Denver International Airport. This article is about the current airport open since 1995. For the airport previously serving Denver, Colorado, see Stapleton International Airport. Denver Airport redirects here. For the rail station, see Denver Airport Station. Denver International Airport, IATA, DEN, ICAO, DEN, FAA LID, DEN, locally known as DIA, is an international airport in the western United States, primarily serving metropolitan Denver, Colorado, as well as the Greater Front Range urban corridor. At 33,531 acres, 52.4 square mi, 135.7 kilometers, it is the largest airport in the Western Hemisphere by land area and the second largest on Earth, behind King Fahd International Airport. Runway 16R /34L, with a length of 16,000 feet, 3.03 mi, 4.88 kilometers, is the longest public-use runway in North America and the seventh longest on Earth. The airport is 25 miles, 40 kilometers, driving distance northeast of downtown Denver, 19 miles, 31 kilometers, farther than the former Stapleton International Airport which DEN replaced. The airport is actually closer to the city of Aurora than central Denver, and many airport-related services, such as hotels, are located in Aurora. Opened in 1995, DEN currently serves 25 different airlines offering non-stop service to over 215 destinations throughout the Americas, Europe, and Asia. It was the fourth airport in the U.S. to exceed 200 destinations. The airport is a major hub for United Airlines and the largest operating base for both Frontier Airlines and Southwest Airlines. With over 40,000 employees, the airport is the largest employer in Colorado. The airport is located on the western edge of the Great Plains and within sight of the Front Range of the Rocky Mountains. In both 2021 and 2022, DEN was the third busiest airport in the world as well as the third busiest airport in the United States by passenger traffic. In 2023, it was the sixth busiest airport in the world and remained the third busiest airport in the United States, having served around 77.8 million passengers, more than a 12% increase from the prior year. DEN has been among the top 20 busiest airports in the world every year since 2000. History, edit. Denver has traditionally been home to one of the busier airports in the United States because its mid-continent location was ideal for an airline hub. Several airlines, notably United Airlines and Continental Airlines, were hubbed at the former Stapleton International Airport, helping make it the sixth busiest airport in the country by the 1960s. But Stapleton was cramped, with little room to add additional flights and with runways too close together, leading to long waits in bad weather that would cause nationwide travel disruptions. From 1980 to 1983, the Denver Regional Council of Governments investigated areas for a new area airport north and east of Denver. Meanwhile, in 1983, Federico Pena was elected mayor of Denver, campaigning on a plan to expand Stapleton onto Rocky Mountain Arsenal lands. The plan had broad support, but leaders in nearby Adams County threatened to sue over noise concerns. Eventually Pena struck a deal. Adams County leaders would rally citizens to back a plan for Denver to annex 54 square miles, 140 kilometers, of the county to build an airport away from established neighborhoods. In 1988, Adams County voters approved the annexation. The proposal was met with some skepticism because of its location, 24 miles, 39 kilometers, from the heart of the city. But seeing the importance of a Denver air hub to the national transportation system, the federal government put $500 million, equivalent to $1.1 billion as of 2023, toward the new airport. The rest of the cost would be financed by bonds, to be repaid with fees on airlines. Ground was broken in September 1989. 2 years later, Mayor Wellington Webb inherited the mega project, which at that time was scheduled to open on the 29th of October 1993. At the time United was refusing to move to the new airport over the high proposed fees. The airline finally relented under the condition that the airport include an automated baggage system. Construction delays pushed opening day back, first to December 1993, then to March 1994. By September 1993, delays due to a millwright strike and other events meant opening day was pushed back again to May 1994. In April 1994, the city invited reporters to observe the first test of the new automated baggage system. Reporters were treated to scenes of clothing and other personal effects scattered beneath the system's tracks and carts that would often toss the luggage right off the system. After the embarrassing preview, the mayor cancelled the planned May opening. The baggage system continued to be a maintenance hassle and was finally terminated in September 2005, with traditional baggage handlers manually handling cargo and passenger luggage. Den finally replaced Stapleton on the 28th of February 1995, 16 months behind schedule and at a cost of $4.8 billion, equivalent to $8.8 billion as of 2023, nearly $2 billion over budget, $3.7 billion as of 2023. The construction employed 11,000 workers. United Airlines Flight 1062 to Kansas City International Airport was the first to depart Den, and United Flight 1474 from Colorado Springs Airport was the first to arrive at the new airport. In September 2003, runway 16R/34L was added, the airport's sixth, and at 16,000 feet, 3.0 mi, 4.9 kilometers, it is 4,000 feet, 0.76 mi, 1.2 kilometer, longer than the other runways. Its length, exceeded by only 6 other runways in the world, allows fully laden Airbus A380s and Boeing 747-8s to take off in the hot and high conditions at the airport, which is roughly 1 mi, 1.6 kilometer, above sea level. During a blizzard on March 17, 2003, the weight of heavy snow tore a hole in the terminal's white fabric roof, and over 2 feet, 0.61 m, of snow on paved areas closed the airport and its main access road, Pena Boulevard, for almost 2 days, stranding several thousand people. Another blizzard on December 2021, 2006, dumped over 20 inches, 51 centimeters, of snow in about 24 hours. The airport was closed for more than 45 hours, stranding thousands. Following this, the airport invested heavily in new snow removal equipment that has led to a dramatic reduction in runway occupancy times to clear snow, down from an average of 45 minutes in 2006 to just 15 minutes. In 2020, the airport was awarded the Balchin/Post Award, which is presented by the Northeast chapter of the American Association of Airport Executives, AAE, for the outstanding snow and ice removal operation during difficult winter conditions. After shunning Den for over a decade for its high fees, Southwest Airlines entered the airport in January 2006 with 13 daily flights. Southwest has since rapidly expanded and is now the airport's second largest carrier after United. On the 19th of November 2015, a hotel was added to the airport, and on the 22nd of April 2016, Den received commuter rail service to Denver Union Station with the opening of RTD's line. On the 9th of September 2015, a political campaign was launched by Mayor Michael Hancock to radically expand commercial development at Den, previously prohibited by intergovernmental agreement between Denver and Adams County. The changes to the agreement were approved by both Denver and Adams County voters in November 2015. In 2018, work began on a major interior renovation and reconfiguration to the entire Jefferson terminal, including the beginning phases of construction to relocate 2 out of the 3 TSA security checkpoints from the Great Hall on Level 5 to Level 6, East and West, while simultaneously updating and consolidating airline ticket counters /check-in for all airlines. Eventually, both pre- and post-security gathering and leisure areas will be incorporated into the spaces where both expansive TSA security areas on Level 5 are currently located. The third TSA security checkpoint, currently accessible via the Concourse Bridge, is expected to be removed once the new Level 6 security areas are completed. The renovation and reconfiguration will bring back the original intent and use of the Great Hall as a large commons area for airport patrons and visitors to enjoy. First phases of completion, including updated check-in and baggage drop counters for United and Southwest Airlines, as well as visual and facility updates to parts of the terminal, began in late 2020 and progressively continue to this day. In early February 2024, the first of 2 new security screening areas, West Security on Level 6, opened to the public. It is located directly north of the new United Airlines check-in facilities. The new East Security, directly across the Great Hall from West, is expected to open in mid to late 2025. At that time, both Level 5 North and South security areas, who have been in operation for over 20 years, will be closed and removed in addition to the A Bridge security. This phased terminal project is expected to be completed by 2028. Additionally, in 2018, work commenced on a major gate expansion to all 3 concourses, with 12 new gates being added to it, including several single and double jetway gates with direct access to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, 11 to B, and 16 to C, for a total of 39 new gates. Following the completion of this project, United Airlines has leased 24 additional gates on both A and B, bringing its total gate count at Den to around 90, as well as build a new United Club in A and expand their existing clubs in B. Southwest Airlines leased 16 of the new gates in C, bringing its total gate count at Den to 40, which is SWA's largest gate count at any single airport. As of November 2022, all new gates in A West, B West, B East and C East are in use, and new retail and restaurant tenants will continue to open through 2024, as well as new art commissioned and installed through 2025. Additionally, all existing wayfinding signs, flight information display systems and gate signs are expected to be replaced in the coming years, matching what is found at the new gates and within the renovated portions of the terminal. When both the ongoing terminal and concourse projects are completed, the airport will be able to handle upwards of 100 million passengers per year. In 2021, the airport experienced a notable failure of the train system. In response, a request for information from the private sector was issued to analyze options to possibly supplement the train system in the future. By 2023, several companies proposed their ideas to transport passengers. In 2022, a committee was formed to support efforts to establish flights between Denver and Africa. In August 2022, Den broke ground on an additional gate expansion project that will bring a total of 14 ground-loaded gates to the east end of Concourse to be used solely for Frontier Airlines operations. This east wing is intended to be removed once a more permanent east expansion, similar to what just opened in A West, occurs at an unknown future date. This will be a gain of 4 gates for Frontier once completed. Currently there are several ground-loaded gates at this location which were constructed back in 2018 for United's temporary regional operations, while a new and additional regional wing was being constructed onto the east end of Concourse B. The new United Concourse B regional wing opened in late 2022 and United has now vacated the A regional wing, making way for Frontier to move in once the renovations and addition are completed. The expanded Concourse wing for Frontier is expected to open by mid-2024. In December 2023, Den started construction on a new Center of Equity and Excellence in Aviation which will help underserved communities and prepare current and future employees for a career in aviation. The CEA will be located directly below the Westin Hotel and Den Plaza and is expected to open in late 2024 or early 2025. In late 2023, the airport laid out preliminary plans to add 4 new concourses with 100 more gates east and west of the terminal by 2045. The project is being referred to as Operation 2045 and will help support the airport's goal of serving over 125 million passengers annually by that time. Facilities, edit. The airport is 23 miles, 37 kilometers, from downtown Denver, which is 15 miles, 24 kilometers, farther away than Stapleton International Airport, the airport Dia replaced. The 52.4 square miles, 136 kilometers, 33,500 acres, of land occupied by the airport is more than 1.5 times the size of Manhattan, 33.6 square miles or 87 square kilometers. Dia is larger in land area, excluding water, than the U.S. cities of Boston, Massachusetts and San Francisco, California. Dia occupies the largest amount of commercial airport land area in North America, by a great extent. The land was transferred from Adams County to Denver after a 1989 vote, increasing the city's size by 50% and bifurcating the western portion of the neighboring county. All freeway traffic accessing the airport from central Denver leaves the city and passes through Aurora for nearly 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers, making the airport a practical exclave. Similarly, the A-Line rail service connecting the airport with downtown Denver has 2 intervening stations in Aurora. Terminal, edit. Dia has 1 terminal, named the Jeppesen Terminal after aviation safety pioneer Ellery Borge Jeppesen, and 3 midfield concourses, spaced far apart. The 3 midfield concourses have a total of 179 gates in operation as of late 2022. Concourse is accessible via a pedestrian bridge directly from the terminal building, as well as via the underground train system that services all 3 concourses. For access to concourses B and C, passengers must utilize the train. All international arrivals without border pre-clearance are processed in Concourse O. This concourse also has 4 3-jetway international gates that can support ADG Group 6 aircraft such as an Airbus A380 and a Boeing 747-8, the 2 largest commercial aircraft in the world. One concourse is used by Delta Airlines, Frontier Airlines, JetBlue, United Airlines, including all international arrivals, and all international carriers. It has 60 gates, including several ground-level boarding and double jetway gates. 2 Concourse B is solely used for United Airlines flights. It has 72 gates, including 4 double jetways and several regional gates. 3 Concourse C is primarily used for Southwest Airlines flights, as well as American Airlines, Alaska Airlines, and most regional airliner flights. It has 47 gates, including 4 ground-level boarding gates. In 2023, the airport announced a plan to significantly increase its passenger capacity by expanding the Jefferson terminal with additional check-in and TSA counters. The plan would also add new concourses with a further 100 gates. Art and Aesthetics, edit. The Jefferson Terminal's internationally recognized peaked roof, designed by Fentress Bradburn Architects, resembles snow-capped mountains and evokes the early history of Colorado when Native American teepees were located across the Great Plains. The catenary steel cable system, similar to the Brooklyn Bridge design, supports the fabric roof. Deer is also known for a pedestrian bridge connecting the terminal to Concourse that allows travelers to walk from the main terminal to Concourse while viewing planes taxiing beneath them. It offers views of the Rocky Mountains to the west and the High Plains to the east. Denver's public art program, which is financed by a mandatory 1% capital improvement budget, has resulted in a significant number of artworks being installed at the airport, where some can only be appreciated after passing through security. The artwork includes sculptures, murals, photos, sound art and paintings. The airport features a bronze statue of Denver native Jack Swigert by Loveland. Colorado artist George Lundeen in Concourse B. Swigert flew on Apollo 13 as command module pilot, and was elected to the House of Representatives in 1982, but died of cancer before he was sworn in. The statue is dressed in an A7L pressure suit, and is posed holding a gold-plated helmet. It is a duplicate of a statue placed at the United States Capitol in 1997. George Lundeen is also the sculptor of the Aviator, a monumental bronze sculpture of Ellery Borge Jepson, for whom the terminal is named. Denver International Airport has 4 murals by the Chicano artist Leo Tanguime. Children of the World Dream of Peace is in 2 parts. The first depicts the horrors of war, with a man in a gas mask brandishing a saber. The second, larger part shows this man toppled, and smiling children from many nations making swords into plowshares. Tanguime explains this is a reference to the book of Isaiah 2:4, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. For Denver Public Art, Children of the World Dream of Peace is a powerful mural expressing the artist's desire to abolish violence in society. One section of the piece speaks to the tragedy and devastation of war and its impact on humanity. The mural then moves on to images of smiling children, dressed in traditional folk costumes from around the world, celebrating peace prevailing over war. In Peace and Harmony with Nature is also in 2 parts. Denver Public Art explains that the first half of the mural shows children displaying great sadness over the destruction and extinction of life, as the second half of the artwork depicts humanity coming together to rehabilitate and celebrate nature. Tanguy May confirms this was his intent. In March 2019, the airport unveiled an animated, talking gargoyle in the middle of one of the concourses. The gargoyle interacted with passengers and joked about the supposed conspiracies connected to the airport. Blue Mustang, by El Paso-born artist Luis Jimenez, was one of the earliest public art commissions for Denver International Airport in 1993. The 32-foot-tall, 9.8 m, sculpture is a bright blue cast fiberglass sculpture of a horse with glowing red eyes located between the inbound and outbound lanes of Pina Boulevard. Jimenez was killed in 2006 at age 65 while creating the sculpture when a part of it fell on him and severed an artery in his leg. At the time of his death, Jimenez had completed painting the head of the Mustang. Blue Mustang was completed by others, and unveiled at the airport on the 11th of February, 2008. The statue has been the subject of considerable controversy, and has acquired the nickname Blucifer for its demonic appearance. Ground transportation, edit. Main article, Denver Airport Station. The Regional Transportation District, RTD, operates the A-Line rail service between Deer and Denver Union Station in downtown Denver, making the 37-minute trip about every 15 minutes. RTD also operates an airport express bus service called Skyride between Arapahoe County or Boulder and Deer. There is also hourly service to Thornton on RTD Route 104L, a limited stop bus. The airport is also served by two commuter routes with just a few runs per day, RTD Route 145X to Brighton and 169L to Aurora. Scheduled bus service is also available to points such as Fort Collins, and van services stretch into Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado summer and ski resort areas. Amtrak offers a fly-rail plan for ticketing with United Airlines for trips into scenic areas in the western U.S. via a Denver stopover. The airport is connected to the I-70 and Denver via the Pina Boulevard Freeway. A number of car rental companies are located at the airport, providing courtesy shuttle services from Jepson Terminal Level 5 Island 4 to their parking areas. The airport claims that it is completely accessible to bicycling travelers. The city of Denver's designated bike route consists of the non-separated shoulders of the 65 mph Pina Boulevard Freeway, a route which Denver's former bicycle planner James Mackay has called a facade, an appearance, a deceit, a contrivance. The airport suggests that cyclists who prefer a less traveled route may use 56th Avenue to Valleyhead Road, a rural 55 mph highway with no shoulder. Conspiracy theories, edit. Conspiracies concerning the airport, inspired by the type of art, unusual architecture, and construction problems, started shortly after its completion. With the expansion of the Internet, television shows such as Conspiracy Theory, and annual media reporting of these theories, they continued to grow. Airport administration decided to embrace the conspiracy theories instead of trying to fight them. In 2016, a small conspiracy theories uncovered exhibition was installed in the terminal, explaining some of the more popular theories. In 2019, an animatronic gargoyle named Griboridon, or Greg for short, that randomly makes statements such as "Welcome to Illuminati headquarters" was installed. Some took offense to the gargoyle, claiming it was satanic, so the gargoyle was removed and replaced with a more muted version. Other gargoyle statues, sitting on open suitcases, are in the baggage claim area. Some also view these statues as malevolent, despite their intended purpose as playful artistic creations that are claimed to safeguard luggage. In April 2019, the Roswell International Air Center and Denver International Airport became supernatural sister airports. In the agreement, they would work together to enhance industry best practices that involve commerce, trade and tourism. It also includes a clause that they would share strategies for extraterrestrial combat. For the airport's 20th birthday, plans to decorate the airport property with crop circles proved to be too expensive.